If you're watching this and thinking, wait a minute, I actually hate running, then I want you to know something straight away. Firstly, there's nothing wrong with you. And before you quit, I want to explain why running feels so bad right now and why that doesn't mean it's going to feel like that forever. Because most people who end up loving running almost quit right where you are now. And trust me, because that's exactly what I did, at least 2 or 3 times. And now I'm out there running marathons and actually enjoying them. If you're new here, I'm Cam from Cam's Run Club, and this channel is specially catered for new runners, for slow runners, and for people who want to run but don't exactly enjoy it just yet. And if for you running feels uncomfortable, embarrassing, slow, or maybe just mentally exhausting, then you're exactly who this video is for. So why do so many people hate running? I wanted to start this video with a clear and concise answer. Running is one of the hardest ways to exercise, especially at the start. And that's because it demands everything immediately. Your heart, your lungs, your legs, and definitely your confidence. And unlike going to the gym, you can't exactly hide how new you are. Unfortunately, it becomes obvious pretty quickly. You're breathing heavy, you're feeling slow, and it feels like all eyes are directly on you. And that alone makes people feel that running's probably not for them. But here's the truth that nobody really says clearly enough. Running pushes beginners before it rewards them. And that's a difficult place to be, especially at the start. Most people think that they hate running because they're lazy, and that is definitely not the case. The reason they hate running is because their body just simply hasn't adapted yet. When you head out there for a run, your heart rate immediately spikes because it's not used to it. If you've gone from doing very little to out there running thousands of steps at a time, your body's going to freak out a bit. Your brain's telling you you're in danger, and in an effort to try and protect you, it's going to send all the signals telling you to stop. Your breathing's going to feel chaotic because, again, your body's not used to moving at this kind of pace, and it still needs time to work out how to do that efficiently. And then there's your legs. They're going to feel heavy, and they're probably going to feel like they're made out of concrete. And then as you keep going, they're probably going to burn as well. And all of that is just because your muscles aren't conditioned for impact just yet. But none of this is failure. It's all just biology. It's all just your body trying to protect you and keep you going for a little while longer. In life, that is. Not so much your first run. And nobody seems to explain that at the start. You look around at all the other runners and they appear to be managing quite well, especially compared to yourself. And that's when all the self-doubt seems to creep in and you figure, it must just be me. I must be the problem. And that's usually the time that a lot of people give up. Again, myself included. Because that is a super isolating feeling. And in the moment, it gets really difficult to discuss with other runners how hard it is to run, especially when it's something that they enjoy so much and it appears like they don't struggle at all. And it does get easy to forget that in the past, they've been right where you are now. And that's where the comparison trap comes in. This is where social media quietly ruins running for beginners. You see people running effortlessly, smiling, gliding, talking the way through their runs. And you compare that to you out there struggling to breathe and feel like you're behind. You're not. They're just videos of people that have been running for months or even years longer than you. And this tends to happen a lot in running, but not in other aspects of our life. You wouldn't see somebody that's fluent in another language, but then after your first Spanish lesson, you're deciding to quit because you've not quite got it yet. But weirdly, that seems to be what we all do with running. And it's that high or rushed expectation that seems to make people quit. Most beginner runners expect one of 2 things. They expect running to feel good very quickly, or they expect to improve dramatically every single run that they do. And when neither one of those things happen, that's when a lot of people tend to quit. But here's what actually happens. When you start to run, it's going to feel bad. And you're going to continue to show up, and it's still going to suck for a little bit of time. But then eventually, one day you're going to get back from a run and you're going to have this thought to yourself, that actually didn't suck that bad. Or, I actually kind of enjoyed that one. And as much as it might not feel like it now, especially as you're getting into running, those moments are real. And they are made with consistency, not motivation. So when is it that running actually starts to change? For most people, this happens in a matter of weeks, not a matter of runs. And unfortunately, you can't really rush the process. You head out there for a run and you slowly stop counting every minute. Your breathing starts to relax and feel a lot calmer a lot sooner. And a simple but a major one is you stop dreading the start. And as this consistency builds up, you end up finishing the run feeling proud of yourself rather than relieved that it's over. And that's when running becomes something that you actively choose to do rather than something that you've just got to get through as part of your day. Also, while we're out here changing some perspectives, especially about running, here's some things that you need to know. You are allowed to run slow. You're allowed to take walk breaks or even stopping breaks if you feel that you need to. You're allowed to head out there and run the same distance. You don't have to be increasing the pace or the distance every time you go out there to run. And on that note, you can head out there and completely ignore the pace. Some days, for whatever reason, it's going to go better than others. So heading out and just going by feel can be the best way that you can do it. And none of this means that you're bad at running. It just means that you're learning. And remember, you don't have to love every run. You just have to keep showing up for the version of yourself that's trying to do better. That's all. So if you're feeling disheartened and on the edge right now, thinking about quitting running, don't promise yourself anything big. All I'm asking you to promise yourself is, don't quit on a bad day. I want you to give your body enough time to try and adapt, and I don't want you to quit before that. And lastly, I don't want you to quit because you're out there comparing yourself to another runner. You can't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 10. It just doesn't work like that. And if this video has helped you feel heard in any way, please subscribe, because this channel is here to help get you through the hard parts, not focus on the highlight reel. And if this in any way has stopped you from quitting your running journey today, please comment below. I read and respond to every single comment, and I'd love to hear what you have to say. And remember, you don't hate running. You just haven't met your version of it yet.